very sweet. This is very, very touching.
You ready?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Peter Barber here, professional singer and music producer, and we are back with a cut song from Epic the Musical. This is called You Are Light. After I released my Open Arms reaction and analysis video, people said I should check out this one before going on to the second saga. So this is my first video I've done since getting through the Troy saga. You can check out all those here, wherever my editor, media manager puts those links. Check it out. Done the whole first saga, and about to get into the second saga. But we're checking out Your Light first. Guys, early access to all the Epic the Musical videos will be on my Patreon as soon as they are recorded and edited. So if you want to see all of this content early, go ahead over to my Patreon. Links in the description. And without further ado, let's check out Your Light.
Oh, I know the world's not over.
This first thing say, hold on. AKA Odysseus and Polites being gay for 3 minutes. Okay, roger that. Who's the animator here? Lazy Indigo. Got it. And apparently Polites is a different singer for this than he was in the Troy saga. Casper alerted me of that. So those are the things I'm taking into consideration here.
Oh, I know the world's not always pretty, and there are days that seem to last for way too long. Oh, I know the world can get real lonely, and there are times you feel too hopeless to go on. But
Super high tenor voice here. Oh, it's a full octave jump. Okay, so it's going from F3 to F4, but those high Fs are so easy for this singer's voice. Just full chest voice connection, no problem. Not even getting up remotely into like a belt. And for a high F. So this is a very high tenor voice here.
It seemed to last for way too long. Oh, I know the world can get real lonely, and there are times you feel too hopeless to go on. But hey there, bro, don't you know? Look deep inside, and there you go, hanging in your heart. I'm always there.
Your heart, I'm always there. All the way up to tenor high A there, and it's still keeping it very light and floaty. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty remarkable. Again, this song, just think it almost sounds like Hey There Delilah. Doesn't really, but just the kind of instrumentation. Again, this again sounds like it's something that could absolutely be on the radio. Pop radio. I mean, just sounds like an acoustic pop song. It's really interesting hearing, there are all these moments so far in Epic the Musical that usually what happens is there'll be a section that sounds very much like pop music, but then it will go into something else. Like in Open Arms, it sounds like tropical house music, and then they go into that dark section when everything gets, where you're like, you don't really know what's going on, right? So it's really interesting to have this kind of blend of like pop and also cinematic, and also, of course, there's, you know, standard musical theater elements as well, as this is a musical theater piece. But yeah, this is just like a beautiful acoustic pop song.
But hey there, bro, don't you know? Look deep inside, and there you go, hanging in your heart. I'm always there. And hey there, bro, can't you see?
Hey there, Delilah.
What, you still have me. So when you need a friend or when you're scared.
No, it does sound like Hey There, Delilah. I take that. I said it does, and I said it doesn't really. It does actually. Great song, one of my favorites from that time.
Have me, so when you need a friend or when you're scared, just let me be your light. Let me be the stars you see at night. Let me be the arms that hold you tight. When life gets hard, or when you're lost in the dark, let me be your light. Let me be your light. Let me be your light.
very sweet. This is very, very touching. And this Polities just did get up to a tenor high C. That's when I was like, I made that face, because it's just like a just still super light and not like aggressive at all. And usually they get up to a tenor high C. And I mean, this could be in some kind of mixed voice, but his voice sounds high enough to where it could be still in at least a very chest dominant mix, and just keeping it so light, all the way up to that tenor high C. So that's blowing my mind right now. Just where this tenor's voice sits is so high.
Or when you're lost in the dark, let me be your light. Let me be your light.
Crazy.
Let me be your light. Oh, come on. Why are you so serious all the time? Hey, look at me, I'm the captain. All right, listen up.
What?
This is what you sound like.
I don't sound...
No, perfect captions here. Look at me, I'm the cartoon. Doesn't sound anything like Captain.
So serious all the time. Hey, look at me, I'm the captain. All right.
Look at me on the cartoon.
Oh, come on. Why are you so serious all the time? Hey, look at me, I'm the captain. All right, listen up.
What?
This is what you sound like.
I don't sound like that.
Sure. Do you remember when we would run through the forest looking for the largest threat? Well, you would run, I would follow.
Oh, I remember the thrill and the fun.
Until the day we found that giant boar's den.
That was terrifying.
We were rather young, and I was oh so scared. I saw him lunge and I stared.
You tried to move, but your muscles wouldn't give.
But then you jumped right in his way. You forced the boar down and saved the day.
I only took the blow so you could live.
Whoa, and hey there.
It's just a really beautiful duet. I love the back and forth through this second verse here. They're like recounting on childhood and growing up together, how their friendship or relationship developed over the years, some experiences they went through together that kind of shaped their bond. They're both singing way up in that tenor range, although clearly the Polities has a higher voice naturally than our Odysseus. I think we're getting up to high G's there. At least Odysseus was, Jorge. Just a really lovely duet, and I wager when we get into this next chorus, we'll get a duet, not kind of a. Right now, it's more of a handoff, right? They're going back and forth. I bet in the chorus we'll get, two-part harmonies between them, Polities on top and Odysseus singing the lower harmony. But let's see. Let's listen about the second half of this verse again. It was really, really lovely.
We were rather young, and I was oh so scared. I saw him lunge and I stared.
You tried to move, but your muscles wouldn't give.
But then
The high G.
you jumped right in his way. You forced the
Just sitting on a high C there.
But then you jumped right in his way. You
That's
forced the boar down
wild.
and saved the day.
I only took the blow so you could live.
Whoa, and hey there, friend, don't forget that even when the sun has set, hanging in your heart, I'm always there.
We have a nice string part added in the background here. It's been a lot of this. We've got some like shakers, and let me just get a quick foundation here.
Boar down and saved the day.
I only took the blow
When did that? So the string's been in there actually, but we've got strings. I guess like a lead violin.
so you could live.
Whoa, and hey there, friend, don't forget that even
Piano, of course, and we have a much higher. We have some higher synths going on as well.
when the sun has set, hanging in your
Really chill percussion. You hear the percussion elements, but there's no hard kick or hard snare or anything like that.
heart, I'm always there.
And there's some mellowed out synths to kind of fill out the foundation there. But it's pretty, there's not a whole lot going on. It's probably fewer than 10 instruments and voices altogether.
Hey there, friend, can't you see? No matter what, it's you and me. So when you need a hand or when you're scared, just let me be your light. Let me be the stars you see at night. Let me be the arms that hold you tight. When life gets hard, or when you're lost in the dark, let me be your light.
There we go, into this final chorus, and it's just this beautiful two-part harmony between them. really, really nice. And their voices blend because they're, even though the Polities is a higher voice, their voices are both relatively light voices, especially the Polities. But Jorge's voice is also quite light. No pun on the name of this song. Just generally, there's not a lot of weight to their voice. Sometimes when Jorge gets way up into his belt range, up about that G, A flat, A area, it gets a lot more weighty because that's kind of what has to happen naturally, unless you float it or unless you mix it. But for the most part, it's just these very light voices, and they're blending so beautifully together.
Let me be your... Can't you see, no matter what, it's you and me. So when you need a hand or when you're scared, just let me be your light. Let me be the star.
Let me be your light. That's Jorge's first, or this is his first line there. Just kind of pick out what's going on with these harmonies. It's fun to see how they're working so well. It's like, how are they working so well?
So when you need a hand or when you're scared, just let me be your light.
Okay, so they're a third apart, just descending there. Let me be your light. That's Polities, and let me be your light. That's Odysseus. So same motion, just a third apart.
Just let me be your light. Let me be the stars you see at night.
That was the first difference, was just on that last note where they didn't do the third apart singing.
Let me be the stars you see at night.
Night at night.
Let me be the stars you see at night.
At night.
Night, night, at night.
Just kidding, that is the
Let
same.
me be the arms that hold you tight. When
Oh.
life gets hard.
That was beautiful. You tied. They're just staying a third apart the whole time. I lied. They're not, so far they're not shifting harmony patterns. They're just staying 1/3 apart, and you know what? That works. It works. It's beautiful. They're blending. Hey.
Let me be the stars you see at night. Let me be the arms that hold you tight.
I love that
When
one.
life gets hard, or when you're lost in the dark, let me be your light. 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 Light. Let me be your light.
I love this last part where they go back from trading back and forth between this light or whatever the harmonies are. They're trading, then they do it at the same time, and then one of them sustains while another person does a moving line over top or underneath, and it just shifts and shifts and shifts until this last section when it's even more stripped down, where there's fewer and fewer instruments until it's just voices and, like, I think on that last bit just maybe piano and acoustic guitar. But I want to listen to this last section again because it's really nice how these harmonies develop and shift and intertwine, sometimes alone, sometimes together. The patterns are changing. It's a really nice way, and it kind of decrescendos in a way, diminuendos all the way to the end of this song.
The arms that hold you tight. When life gets hard, or when you're lost in the dark, let me be your light. Let me be your light.
So back and forth, now together.
Let me be your light. Let me be your light. Let me be your light. Let me be your light.
Just acoustic guitar. Violin string.
Let me be your light.
Yeah, very cute, very touching. Oh, I love that.
Serious all the time. Hey, look at me on the cover.
All right, this is fun, guys. I'm glad I got this recommendation to do this one. That gives me a lot of perspective and insight into their relationship, friendship, going forward. So coming soon, after this comes out, sometime soon in the coming weeks, will be all of the second saga of Epic the Musical. completely blind. I'm not getting any spoilers from anybody. I'm just taking what I've learned and heard from the first saga and applying that to the second saga. So I want to give you guys that blind reaction. I get all these comments about information about the show that I'm learning from. You guys are doing very well at not spoiling anything for me, which I very much appreciate. It really adds to my experience and thus to your experience. If you guys are gaining appreciation for Epic the Musical and Jorge's writing and the singing and instrumentation, anything, consider joining my Patreon. That's where you can get early access to all future Epic reaction and analysis videos. So I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.